Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we're back with another exciting episode of Crusader Kings 2, Habsburg Millennium. And where we last left off, young King Philip took the throne of the Kingdom of Burgundy in the seat of Habsburg in the county of Aargau. And not really much has happened for him yet. We got him engaged to the barony of Brindas, which will hopefully give us a tiny little chunk of land in the Duchy of Lyon, which is de jure part of my kingdom, but is going to take a little bit of time if we're lucky. If we're not lucky, we're never going to get it. To be quite honest, France is pretty big, and if I were to pick between two things to go for, considering I'm likely stuck going, I don't think, let's see, where is the King of France? Probably, surprisingly, in Andalusia. If we were to declare war, can we do a de jure claim? But that would just be Lyon itself. There's no way to do it for the duchy. So yeah, if we're going to take one province off the French, it's probably going to be Provence. Let's be honest, that's the way to go, but I'm not exactly too keen on having a war with France. Obviously, his 24,000 troops will be no match for my 6,500 troops. So Nice is going to be where we go, or Nice. I realize that there's some people who may not have seen, I believe it was my Victoria II Italy campaign, where I started calling Nice Nice. It's just something that happens on the channel. So I understand that it's being mispronounced, but that's just what I do. So, you know, that's just that. Anyway, I think that's going to be the main port we go for in a little while. What we're doing first and foremost, obviously, is focusing on building up Aargau, which is a second holding in Aargau, and that should theoretically be able to get our troops up so that we'll have roughly 3,000 men all on our own, just from the one county, which isn't bad at all. We got a few other counties scattered around. That's really the plan. We've entered into a sort of holding pattern where we've basically gone as far as... Is this my counselor? Good. So we are fabricating a claim. But yeah, basically, so we basically pushed it as far as we can, considering the geographic areas we're in. We need a new court chaplain. It's not a surprise. I think the dude was about 70, so he was gonna die sooner than later. Let's send our new guy off to the Pope, and yeah. So if we take a look, right, we can't really go any further west. So it's really just an expansion east, and I want to at least fatten up Burgundy a little bit. The choke point between Piedmont and Savoy here is very real, and the borders aren't really looking all that hot, if I'm honest. Wouldn't mind fleshing things out a little bit more, and obviously, Provence is going to be the piece de resistance, if you will. But even that is kind of like, we would need France to collapse. And I mean, maybe we could, my commanders, we do not have good commanders. We've got a 20 and a 15, that's not bad. Then our third highest is a 9. That is not that great. We got our stable built in Aargau, so I think next up we'll go with the fortifications. Although I guess it makes more sense to build walls first and then fortifications, because you're putting the fortifications on the walls, right? That would make sense, I think. I don't know, I'm not really a castle designer, so, you know, bear with me. But yeah, that's kind of the stage we're at. We're at a stage of internal growth and not really so much in the way of external growth. I mean, we are going to be winding up taking a piece out of Genoa. And if we go, obviously we're going to get the Duchy of Provence here. Should then give us a nice fancy claim on Provence. If we can press it, great, wonderful, we'll take that opportunity if we get to it. But if we wind up taking the Duchy of Susa, then we might also wind up wanting to go for Lombardy just to get the borders of Burgundy looking right. And then at that stage, you know, why not take Genoa? The Order of Brothers of the German House of St. Mary in Jerusalem has been formed, sponsored by the Catholic Church and the Holy Roman Emperor. The Teutonic Order, much like the Knights of St. John and the Knights Templar, primarily protect and care for pilgrims to the Holy Land, but will serve any Catholic ruler willing to pay for their upkeep. Being a religious order, they will only fight against heretics and infidels. So I do believe we've got 5 different holy orders available now. So that's great. It won't help us in a fight against France, but if we ever decide that, I don't know, maybe a little bit of Tunisia would be a good place to go, we've got that option. I do like taking Sardinia, though. I do like that idea. Oh, he's got to be at peace. And he is currently not at peace because he's in a holy war for Sardinia. I'm not sure if we can actually get a claim on Sardinia, but if we can, I think that'll be a nice little addition. Anyway, oops, obviously Habsburg is fine, although we do have new buildings here, don't we? We do. Well, we'll get to those once Argau is looking better. Anyway, guys, I am going to be back when something exciting happens, because there's not a whole heck of a lot going on right now. See y'all in a bit! Alright, well, something's happened. The peasants have risen up in Venison, led by a disgruntled former soldier. The rebels have the nerve to demand independence. Blasted traitors. There's not too many of them, though, so that's good news. In fact, we can probably get away with just my own units. You're going to get there on the 16th. Can we get you out before the 16th? No. So then we should probably drop you guys down. Send you guys on up here. 28,000. Count Lambert has provided me with proof that Duchess Ida of Savoy has been viciously slandering me. What? How dare you? Has she, though? Let's see. Vicious rumors. I'm going to keep the information myself. I don't think she's been slandering me. I think that's just someone wanted to get a little, rude, if you will. With my vassals. Wanted me to turn against my lovely vassal of Savoy. And I'm having none of it. Let's see. Now, it says that I am leading troops, so I am going to make myself not able to lead troops. We got Herman leading, which is, you know, probably for the best. And then we'll put Gerard here. And then, despite having, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaders, in the list I'm only seeing 4 people. And I'm one of them, and I am not going to be taking charge of any troops. And unfortunately, Victor is the last one there. Well, fine. We'll put you there then, Victor. I guess, really, since that is Milan there, and they're not likely to come attack me with only a difference of 200 men in their favor, mainly light troops. We'll come down into Fort Caliquir here and raise our own troops. Looks like we're ready to get married, and Gerberga actually turned out not that bad. Look at them stats. Those are some pretty good stats. So let's go ahead, and yes, it will be quite the prestige hit to marry a countess. But we will. We'll take 200 prestige back because we don't need 75 gold. And there we go. There we have it. We got ourselves a lovely wife over just across the border. So that ain't too bad. It also looks like we've got our castle town done. So all I've been doing is just really, like, you know, building up buildings here that seem to be pretty useful. And I think just because we're at war, we'll focus on the fortifications and the walls next. So let's get a second level of walls up. And let's get into Fort Caliquer here. I found out nothing new and useful about Kaiser Hartmann, but as my shady informant pointed out, there's nothing preventing me from making stuff up. I think it's time to spy on someone else. I decided to spy on him a little bit. There's nothing really going on. I will spy on Ida here, because apparently, you know, I just want to make sure that those vicious rumors are rumors, and she's not actually saying bad things about me. Troubadour and his wife has arrived. We will make sure they are well paid. Always pay your entertainment. Alright, we got our troops in position. We will raise up some more. We got a fairly decent sized military there. I would like to give you a seat on my council and therefore offer you the title of advisor. I will graciously accept. That's that taken care of, and we can march against these rebellious asshats who think that they can get some kind of independence from the King of Burgundy? I don't think so. Alright, so if we want to build up a war chest, we're going to need 700 gold. We can do it. I just don't necessarily want to do that right now. Because I think money's better spent building up Argyle instead of just collecting dust. You know, not being used. Let's see. Do any of you guys want in? No. Okay. Well then, Gerard, there you go. You're leading troops. I will not take you away from that. Oh, looks like we got some Imperial reinforcements there to take on the rebellious jerkwad. Are we not? Oh, they're not fighting me. I didn't even need to do that. Okay, well that's fine. We can live with that. Let's see. We can assign a new commander of Burgundy, so we will do that. But again, I don't know why only 4 of my selections showed up. When I said about doing that. Is he trying to build a war chest? He is. And how's he doing? Not so well. Although he is making 16 ducats after expenses, so I mean, I guess it's not that much considering I'm making 10. We got some new Habsburgs coming in. So I also noticed that my youngest sister, Katharina, was not married, so I matrilinearly, that cannot be the way to pronounce that, to some Bohemian dude. And so now hopefully they'll have some new Habsburgs. We got the other sister pumping out kids. And then, of course, the eldest, my heir, the lesbian queen Ursula of Castile, hasn't had a single kid with Sancho V. So, you know, I don't know where that's going to go, but it's going to go somewhere. I've learned from my little birds that Duchess Ida plans to travel the realm incognito for a lark, mingling with the common folk. She will only be protected by 2 loyal friends during this little adventure, a great opportunity to have her abducted. I don't necessarily want to abduct her. I just want to know what she's up to. My liege's council is discontented, but my council is no longer discontented. And really, that's all I care about. They're all here and they're, you know, relatively happy, I guess. Under pressure from a powerful faction, Kaiser Ehrenfried of the Holy Roman Empire has agreed to increase the power of the council. Lovely. Makes me glad I'm on it. I don't know what to do. We are a pragmatist. We'll keep it at pragmatist, I guess. There's no real reason to become a loyalist or a zealot. I don't think that fits into me. So I think just doing what's best for me is really the way to go there. So, yeah, that's... We got any new ambitions? You see, I don't even really want a title. Because I don't think any titles that the Kaiser can give me would be all that useful. So, we'll see. We'll see. Genoa is facing a host invasion from some Frenchmen. So we'll see what becomes of that. I've got my counselor. The old dude died, so I put in a new old dude. And I got my counselor trying to fabricate a claim. That's pretty much all we got going on. Young Ulrich has finished education in the ways of war. It is evident that he has excelled in his studies. Well, isn't that great? But your account, you're not even a count. You're just there. So congrats on finishing your studies, but I have nothing to do with you, so... I'm happy with my place in life. I can't think of anything I would rather do than just take care of myself and my friends. I'm content. I have feared for Count Cosimo's sanity. He has not been himself lately. To help ease his problems, I made him join me in the garden to relax and just talk about whatever he needed to talk about. Cosimo felt less stress afterwards. Look at that. You just keep fabricating that claim, buddy. My garden is always open to you. It sounds vaguely euphemistic there, but, we'll keep it the way it is. Increase council power. I mean, you guys can try if you want. I'm realizing it looks like some of my vassals may not be all that pleased with me. Yeah, some of my vassals are not pleased with me. So why? Female heir wants a seat on the council. Wants a seat on the council. Do we have... Oh, Ursula, you're back? I mean, you're my heir, so I might as well invite you back. I don't think you'll be having kids anytime soon. So we'll just get her a nice, you know, husband if she comes home. My snoops over her Duchess Ida of Savoy as she told shocking lies about her rightful liege. How should I use this information? Expose and denounce her publicly, giving me reason to arrest her. I've got no real reason to want to arrest her. She's got some money, so we could get, some stuff out of that. We can keep her out of factions, but she's not in a faction. But, I mean, like, the reason why I'm mulling over this is because I'm her rightful liege. So, obviously I should just be like, take her aside and say, yo, Ida, what the hell is up? I'm just gonna keep the info to myself. Yay, okay, so you're home, which means we gotta find you someone to marry, and we do not have many options. I don't know if we need a non-aggression pact with some Scottish earl. I don't think we do. So we'll go ahead. If we do that. Yeah, okay, so just to be on the safe side, just in case by some strange, weird event, Ursula has a kid, it'll be a Habsburg. But I think we'll go with Ragnvald here. Strictly because he's a good diplomat, and if she winds up taking over for me, then at least we'll have a good diplomat who's attached to her. Perfect. So there we go. Not like you're gonna have any kids, but just in case. And yeah, let's get making some babies with my Baroness wife. And hopefully we can get just a little chunk of Leon. That's that. Yeah, let's end the spying. This is what I mean about not all focuses being equal. Because, like, at least with family, you get events that help you out with family. You know, with scholarship or theology, you get events that do stuff with that. Same with, like, stewardship. Basically everything, except spying. Spying doesn't seem to get you much. You can spy on people in your court, and that seems to be about it. Usually people in your court, they're not really doing much. I guess what we could do Because we know Hartman here, or not Hartman, he's Hartman. We know Siegfried here might be up to something, so let's do a little old-fashioned spy on him. Maybe we can get some blackmail to convince him to leave factions. Philip of Burgundy. Is me? You seek to kill me? Why? Not found out anything useful about Count Siegfried, but as my shade know, we'll go with real. There's no sense in making up stuff about him, I don't think. So we'll need something real. And I guess I could take a look at my council here and just see if we've got room for some of these people who were struck, because none of my vassals here are all that strong. So we could fire a couple people from the council. I don't think I'll go with Chancellor or the Steward, come to think of it. Spy Master, Court Chaplain, Vassal, Marshal. So it's really only this guy who we can get rid of. He's not a strong vassal. And I mean, he doesn't necessarily like us. So if we were to do that, we would then have two options, and I guess the Count of Bern would be better. Are you stronger? 1.5, 1.3. So really, the Count of Piedmont would be a better bet. And he might just be a better person in general. Am I spying on him? I thought I was. It doesn't look like we'd have to necessarily make up the fact that he takes little boys to bed, although he is celibate, so maybe we would have to make up the fact that he takes little boys to bed. Regardless, let's fire you. Yeah, and then we can... I guess he'll be around the longest, so let's put him on. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Just the other day, skulking as I often do, I caught Count Friedrich of Urbino and my courtier Kriemhild in flagrante. Lost in passion, they did not seem to notice me, but I'm still in shock. Are you worth bribing? Probably not. Honestly. Let's try it. See where that takes us. The vile clown Philip, here, take my money. If you do not keep quiet, I will do things to you what you cannot even imagine. Or you cannot even begin to imagine. That sounds like a veiled threat, sir. Let's get... I guess we don't need to necessarily worry about the fortifications. We're not at war with anybody. Well, I mean, we're not at war ourselves with anybody, obviously. The Empire's at war with two different groups. So I think, taking a look at it, maybe the training ground would just be good. Or getting some of these up. Getting some of these up would probably be better. And I would think the jousting lists would be best. Totally different person. I'm not spying on the celibate homosexual. No, I need something real. Just give me something real. Even the mightiest army can be defeated by a single man. Cut off the head and the body falls. I am Philip, Master of Shadows. I rule from the shadows. We can become a master schemer, getting us a intrigue of +3, but a same trade opinion, so other master schemers will like us a little bit less. We could, obviously, strike terror into the hearts of our foes with Impaler, getting us an intrigue of 2 and a learning of 1, plus morale damage and a same trade opinion boost. Or we could say, and yet, I won't let the shadows define me. Honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't take Impaler. From an RP perspective, I could see why you wouldn't want to. And there isn't really much here that would cause me to be a horrible murderer who likes to impale people in the dungeon. But the morale damage, the learning, the intrigue, that's all pretty good. I think we'll just go for the Master Schemer, though. And I think now we can just stop using the intrigue focus. Maybe. We've got the Master Schemer trait, so I don't know why we would need it for anything else. So I might actually, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, it's pointless. You know what? Let's focus on our family. Just because it's probably good to start getting some kids out. I think that would be a very good idea. And our wife isn't exactly a fan of us, but we got nothing preventing the two of us from being friendly. And in fact, we'll just send her a little present. Thankfully, she's a baroness, so she's cheap to bribe. The good King Philip, blessings upon you and your house. Why, thank you, good sir. Please support me by voting with me in the council. If you agree to do this with me, I will henceforth owe you a favor. I don't think we have many people owing us favors. I don't think we have anybody owing us favors. The Count of Zealand. Where you at? You are a pragmatist just like me. You can owe me a favor for voting the same way as you. So that's pretty good. Right? Yeah, favors are good to have. It's going to take a while for those jousting lists to get built. And honestly, it might just be a good place to leave the video for today. Kind of a short one, but you know, like I say, without getting a claim on nice, there's just not much to do. We're waiting, which is fine. I don't mind the wait. The wait is okay. I'd like to figure out what to do with my lands out here. I don't necessarily want to keep them. I guess for the moment, there's no reason to get rid of them. But I wouldn't mind trying to focus maybe on getting some more lands in Upper Burgundy. I guess I could like build a new holding in like Burgon here. Or try somehow to get myself into the family, as it were. Really. So you're going to become the heir. And then one of your kids will inherit. But they both have... There might be a way for us to connive our way into getting Burgon there. It would be a great addition, I think. Needs a bit of work, but you know what? There's tons of places in the world right now that need a bit of work. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for today. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed today's episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Let's wait for it. Just wait for it. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.